DLCs, love them or hate them, they're everywhere. Some games drop a few expansions, and then there are these monsters that seem to have new DLCs every time you blink. Today we're diving into the games with the craziest amount of downloadable content. First up, Stellaris, Paradox Interactive's intergalactic grand strategy beast. Stellaris came out in 2016, and ever since it's been less of a game and more of a platform that Paradox keeps stacking DLC onto. The expansions are no joke. Utopia introduced megastructures and ascension perks. Federations revamped diplomacy, and Nemesis lets you literally become the crisis threatening the galaxy. But Paradox didn't stop there. They've got story packs like Leviathans, which throw ancient space titans at you, and cosmetic species packs so you can play as everything from machine empires to space mollusks. Stellaris base game is like a skeleton. If you just buy the core game today, you're missing a huge chunk of the modern experience. Fans argue you need at least 2 or 3 major expansions just to get started. All in all, if you bought every piece of DLC, you'd easily drop hundreds of dollars. Now let's talk about the undisputed heavyweight champion of DLC abuse, The Sims 4. This game dropped in 2014. It's free to play now, but only the base game. To unlock the real content, get ready to pay. The Sims 4 has over a dozen expansion packs like Seasons, Cats and Dogs, and University Life. Tons of game packs, smaller but still pricey, like Vampires, Spa Day, and Dream Home Decorator. Then there are stuff packs. Yes, literally packs of random objects like furniture, kitchen sets, or bowling alleys. And now EA's new flavor of micro DLCs, kits. These are ultra tiny add-ons that give you a handful of clothing items or furniture styles. Some are genuinely great. Seasons basically feels essential. Others are, well, you can literally pay for your Sims to do laundry. Yes, laundry. And everything up, you're looking at over $1,000 worth of DLC. That's more expensive than a high-end gaming PC. EA turned The Sims 4 into the most expansive digital dollar house ever. And the scary part, people buy it. Lots of people. Let's take off with Microsoft Flight Simulator X, released in 2006. Flight Simulator X was already a massive game at launch, a detailed flight sim with hundreds of airports and planes. But it didn't stop there. Enter the world of add-ons. Official DLC added a few planes and missions, but the real flood came from third-party developers. You can buy ultra-detailed aircraft models, custom airports, weather engines, scenery packs, and more. Want to fly a Boeing 747 with a perfectly recreated cockpit? That's $50 to $100. Want Heathrow Airport in full detail? Another $30 to $40. Oh, and if you want your global weather system to match real-life conditions, guess what? Another paid-off add-on. In total, Flight Simulator X has thousands of available add-ons, many priced like real software packages. Hardcore sim pilots easily sink thousands of dollars building their ultimate setup. Flight Simulator X became less of a game and more of a hobby ecosystem, where the game itself was just the entry ticket to a lifetime of spending. Now we're back to Paradox with City Skylines, the Sim City killer that became the city builder of the decade. The base game is solid, but over the years, Paradox has pumped out DLC like a city zoning machine. Want natural disasters? Buy the disaster expansion. Want snowy landscapes? That's the Snowfall DLC. Better public transits? Mass transit. Park building? Park life. Campus management? Campus. Even radio stations are DLC. That's right, Paradox are selling you some more radio playlists. The thing is, Skyline DLC often feels worth it. Each pack adds big new mechanics, and mod support makes the game even bigger. But like Stellaris, the catch is buy them all and you've just dropped hundreds of dollars. Still, City Skylines proves DLC can work when handled right. It basically kept the game alive for nearly a decade, and now we're seeing the same DLC model roll out with City Skylines 2. And finally, let's talk about a sneaky contender, Rocksmith 2014. On the surface, it's a guitar teaching game. Plug in a real guitar and it helps you play along with popular songs. But here's where things go wild. Rocksmith 2014 has over 1,500 DLC tracks. That's right, more than any other game on Steam. Want to learn Metallica? DLC, Green Day DLC, Jimi Hendrix DLC. Basically, the game ships with a starter library and everything else is paid add-on. Each song usually costs around $3, which doesn't sound too bad, but if you bought them all, that's almost over $4,000 in DLC for a game that cost $30 on release. To be fair, Rocksmith's DLC actually makes sense. Music licenses cost money, and nobody expects all 1,500 songs to come bundled. But still, if you're a completionist, Rocksmith is basically the most expansive Steam game you could possibly own. So there you have it, 5 games with absolutely insane amounts of DLC. From Stellaris' galaxy of expansions, to The Sims 4 charging you for laundry, to Rocksmith selling literally thousands of songs. These games redefine what it means to nickel and dime the player. But hey, sometimes DLC adds years of lifetime to games, and sometimes it just feels like corporate greed. So I'll throw it to you. Which of these games has the worst DLC practices? And what's the most you've ever spent on DLC in a single game? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming news. See you in the next video. Respect.